See, that's how we start videos, man. Community Coalition Show. Y'all only knew what we did before this happened. It'll be out. So we're gonna go right into it. K Wilson, Davey 2K. What's up, dude?
What's good, bro? Gang,
man. It's a lot of crazy stuff going on. I'm really starting to think that I'm experiencing like social media fatigue, man.
Not even fatigue. I'm just like, I'm disappointed in pretty much the human race.
Yeah, but
that makes sense.
I don't know. I can't remember a time it was just like there's so much. We're every day, like several times a day.
Every single day.
Yeah. So I'm
there's a new Karen. There's a new Bob.
It's all kinds of stuff going on. We're going to start coming up with new names for people. Like I don't even know.
Oh, I even thought about this today. Let's call them Ken and Barbies.
Might have to something because the young ones. Yeah, we might have to do something.
Because I was thinking even today, and I was just like, dang, we missed a golden opportunity to call like weird white people that are just like popping off for no reason, Barbie, like Ken and Barbies. That would have been perfect.
But I feel like the way it's going, there's going to be opportunity for that. Like,
yeah.
So,
are we just gonna start like randomly?
Like all y'all, like they're going crazy. They're going berserk. But
like we're gonna pull out like a Bartholomew.
Yeah. So we'll get to that. We're gonna have to I guess we'll address that when we get to that point in the show. But
we get there when we get there.
This is episode number 50. This is 57.
All right. Ooh, episode 57. What's good?
Yeah. We'll do it. The setup here, it's like getting real elaborate in this joint. Like I got laptop 1, I got screen 1, I got laptop 2, I got mic, speakers.
Right.
I got the wine. Like it's all kinds of stuff going over here right now.
Oh, bro, I got my drinks. I got my tablet. Like I got my notebook. Like
it's just it's getting ridiculous, man.
Man, the setup is different.
We're getting there, man. That's what happens when you get episodes into this thing. But it's a lot.
It's too late to quit.
I know. Yes. It's so much, and this show is getting to be like, it's like I love doing it, but it's also sometimes it's hard to do because now, it's like I said, there's so many things I really want to touch on, and I know hopefully like next week there's some things I really want to hit on, but it's like to the point where it's like there's so many current things we have to discuss. Yeah, so it's getting really, really hard. And if you're watching this, David is glitching over there because thanks Zoom. Zoom is getting on my nerves too. Like, wow. Well,
I really hope that glitches out.
We got all that. Oh man, that was a visual for you right there.
I really hope that glitches out.
Yeah, and as I see, I'm tripping. I ain't even, put my phone on silent, all types of stuff.
Oh, I got a notification too, actually. What's up? Oh, okay.
Don't bother me right now.
We good.
So I guess I'm gonna dig into it a little bit. So one of those topics really came across was this group, this black group, ADOS. I guess for people, if you've probably heard of them, for me, like I've been seeing them a lot lately. And I had an idea who they were, but I was like, who are these cats? What's really going on here,
Right.
So I started digging in, and I was just doing some research and trying to figure out what's going on. And I found, I think several groups where there's like these black groups, culture groups. I don't know exactly what to call them, right? But they're groups of people who I guess we're all fighting for different things. Is everyone?
I guess so.
Yeah. I guess everyone has different beliefs,
Yeah.
Everyone has certain agendas, and everyone has certain things that they would like to see happen when it comes to black people, African American people, Pan-African, whatever you want to call them. There's a lot of groups out there now.
Right.
And ADOS or ADOS, I don't,
ADOS.
I ain't really disrespect, but them, they are the American descendants. Okay. Right. and this is a group. This was started by two, looks like one Howard, one UCLA, either law grad students, and black. And so I was digging into, okay, who are they? What do they do? And it's amazing to me, right? And this is just me talking here. I don't want to speak for anyone else. Again, I feel like this show, hopefully we spark interest for you to do further digging. But I do have an opinion, and it's my show, so I'm going to give it, right? But I know you did some digging too, and really
just a little bit.
Yeah. And so as I was digging and I was trying to figure out who they were, and it seems like this is a group where they're really trying to define who Black people are. And for them, Black people meaning the direct descendants of people who were slaves in America. And it seems like they really want to categorize that specific group of Black people, not people from Africa, not people from the Caribbean, that very specific group of the people who were Black, who were descendants of people who came over and were slaves, right?
Yeah.
And so that's where the name comes from. That's who they are. It goes into about like some things they really want to get into, and some of the things they were talking about is really like I said, having that definition of who is considered Black, almost even I think to the point where they wanted like even have it like as a category or even like in the census of who is Black. So they're really trying to identify who's Black. And then it seems like one of their big parts of their agenda is they want reparations. They want reparations and financial gain. They want payback. The Americans to really pay back for the direct result of slavery to those Black people, to the descendants of slaves, right? So that's a big part of their agenda. Outside of other things.
I'm not mad about that.
Nah, I'm not mad about that. Like, I feel like reparations has been a hot topic, and I really feel like part of the one, you could acknowledge it and all that's cool and all, but nah, what you doing, So I really feel like, having some type of payment, putting the dollars behind it, I feel like that should be done. Because one of the arguments this group makes, and I agree with this argument, is that look what the financial disparity has caused. Look at how many people got rich off of slavery. They were even saying back then during slavery time, how many millionaires were made in the South as a direct result of slavery. I get that part, So I feel like, okay, they're really talking about like how America was really, the economic engine was really built upon the concept of slavery. Without slavery, without the things that were done there, a lot of the things
like nothing would be here.
Yeah. And so I see that, I get that. So it's like y'all won off of it. Now come back, pay for it, pay for it. So that's one of the things they're talking about. And then they go into other things too, in terms of like healthcare, Black businesses actually having some sort of like relief and programs. But what they're saying is even with
land,
use, like everything, the concept revolves around coming back to those, what they consider Black people, those direct descendants. And I want to say that carefully because they're making it very clear who they want those payments, those reparations, those benefits, who they want them to go to. Okay, they want them to go to who they define as Black people. And they're saying the word very specifically. Not African, not Pan-African, Caribbean, no, they're saying Black people. Right? And so that's a very big part of their agenda. And then even on their website, they even go.
They got a website?
Yeah, yep. ADOS101.com. Yeah. Like I said, I'm not here to plug, but I am like, go do your research, y'all. If y'all want to learn more about it, the information is right here. I'm literally on laptop 2 pulling it up, and I'm literally reading it. So go do your
Look at that flex. Laptop number 2.
Laptop 2, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's a little refresh.
Man, look at this guy doing well for himself.
I work hard. That's what I work hard.
Yes, he does. Let me not hate.
I try, right? So even with the Black, they even on their website, they have an agenda. There's things that they really carve out that they want to see as part of their agenda. And like I said before, some of them are, like I said, they're setting aside the descendants of slavery. and they specifically say not minorities. They're saying we don't consider minorities, we don't consider other groups. We're talking specifically about this group of people, Black people. Right? And again, a big part of that, and I'm gonna come back to that later.
I'm actually looking at it now. Okay.
We're talking about specific government programs going specifically for Black people in Black neighborhoods and Black communities. They even talked about affirmative action at one point, redefining affirmative action for just Black people, redefining it and having it fully reinstated. They're talking about Supreme Court cases being reused, Black businesses. Like I said, you know, and then they're talking about like the prison system, mass incarceration, going back and redoing the prison system, which again, I agree with, you know. But again, I say specifically for Black people. Right. And so there's a lot of other things there, and I'm really not trying to like I said, I'm about education. And so as I look through this, you know, and I don't know if you saw anything different, but it seems that's who they are, right?
Right.
Like I said, I like some of the things there? I do. But I do also have some issues with some of the things there.
Right. And from the little I saw, I actually have a couple things, you know.
What are your thoughts?
So, okay. Dang, I want to get.
You want me to go first? I'll go first. You want me?
Yeah. Go ahead.
I'll get killed first, right? All right. First man out, first man get shot. So.
Whoa.
Nah, it's all good.
We're not.
I'm gonna say, but like, I mean, I get it, but I do have some like questions, even some concerns, right? And I think I see where they're going, and they're trying to identify who these direct descendants are. But I don't necessarily agree with that, you know. As a Black man who is a direct descendant, I was here, I was born here, I was a direct descendant of slaves. I get that, right? But there are other people who have been here, and I'm not going to say just because they weren't a direct descendant of slavery, that they haven't gone through and experienced some of the same things that those people have as well. You know, there were people who were other forcefully brought here to this country, you know, who haven't shared same experiences as me to this day. You know, David, you being one of them. You know, like I know Nigerian born.
My parents, so no, actually my parents, I was actually born in the States. But my dad, he came here like 91. Then my mom was pregnant with me. She came here. I was born here. Like she came here like a month before I was born. And that's how I got here.
Yeah. But you're here.
Yes.
You and me, we share similar experiences. You consider yourself, what do you consider yourself? You consider yourself a Black man?
I do.
Yeah.
But I also, see, here's my thing about this. Yes, I'm a Black man. Yes, I'm African. Yes, I'm American also. But see, I don't put a label to it exactly.
Yeah.
But yes, I'm a Black man that lives in America. I know my parents came here as immigrants for a better life. I know where my family is from. I've been to where my family is from, and I've learned about the culture.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me not worthy of being Black or like whatever, but that's my experience. And I know a bunch of people with that experience that would probably say the same thing I'm saying.
Yeah, and I agree with that. I consider you Black.
Right.
You know, I do.
I'm okay, and I'm okay with that.
Yeah, like I don't see a problem with that. Like I said, I know who they're trying to identify a group, right? But what if you weren't a direct descendant of slavery? What if you came a little bit afterwards? Like I said, there's other people who are here, and I know that they're really separating, like we don't want minorities and things like that, but like it doesn't really work that way now. We're here now, you know?
Right.
We're here. What do you say to those people? Do you just exclude them? Should they not receive the same benefits? And then my other issue, and like I said, that's kind of hard for me. I think about my kids. What about my kids?
Right.
My kids, my wife's from Trinidad and Tobago. Like, what do you not include them as well? Like, if we're talking about like reparations and things like that, we're talking about, affirmative action programs. We're talking about, HBCUs and certain programs for colleges and HBCUs and medical care. They don't get that now. Like, and I know it's hard to, talk about, I guess, like, that's a hard line to draw for me. Like, that's something I don't exactly agree with, right?
Right.
A couple other notes I took here too, like,
one thing I said was that if I was to get reparations, give me, pretty much what I said was, give me some land. Like, I pretty much want the town of Oakland.
And that's the thing. I mean, like, and that's to say, I'm not beefing with reparations. I feel like there should be some
Right.
form of payment. But what does that look like now, 2020?
Right.
And then how are people gonna, like, so let's say, okay, we define who Black people are. How do you go back and define that? Like, what if you can't find traces of your heritage and ancestry? What if it's not? What if you can't?
That's a big thing.
There's a lot of records that I don't think are lying around to this day about that part of time.
Right.
About slavery.
Yeah, that's true.
So it's like, how do you define that? It sounds good on paper, but I would like to see how that works out in real life.
Right. Like, all I had to do was simply ask my parents, hey, Mom, Dad, where'd you guys come from and how'd you get here? But other people
like we're
don't have that luxury.
We're talking about generations and generations in at this point. Like, I'm pretty sure there's some people, like, and they may be direct descendants, but how, like, what if they can't prove that?
Right.
There's no physical evidence of that right now in 2020 for these people who have been here for generations now.
Right.
So, again, I would like to see what that looks like. And if I'm missing that, like, somebody tell me. But, again, I'm trying to educate myself, too. I just want to see what that looks like practically. How do you define that? What do you have to, like, register and sign up and all that stuff? Like, what does that look like for that?
Right. You got questions and you want answers, pretty much.
Yeah. And to me, if I have to, like, sign up to be Black, I don't know how I feel about that.
Ooh, that's not.
You see what I'm saying? So I know David is currently glitching, but we'll get back to that.
That's not like you said. That's not going to end well. So it's like I'm gonna go up there and they're gonna tell me, oh, sorry, you're a first generation American and we're not taking those right now. And I say, oh, so I haven't suffered for this country? Oh, so people don't look at me a certain way. Oh, so when the liquor store owner specifically looks at me, when there are other people in the store, thinks I'm stealing, but I'm here to buy something, I'm not validated. Yeah. But that's just me asking a question.
But I have the same question. So, like,
right.
Let's say hypothetically, what if I couldn't trace my heritage back? Would you be like, nah, you're not Black, get out of here? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. Good luck with that one.
Mm-hmm.
So I have issues with some of those things.
Right.
Also, as I was digging deeper and I was looking around, and of course, this is what first kind of got my perked up ears to, like, this topic, Twitter. Of course, everything comes back to Twitter, right?
Everything comes back to Twitter, bro.
So
a lot of things.
I was looking at a lot of comments. I'm looking at a lot of pages from people who consider themselves followers of this group, right? They believe of this group,
Right.
And that's where I probably took my greatest issue. How this thing is perceived and rolled out. I don't know if that was the intended purpose of, like, but what it looks like to a lot of people is not good. Because there's a lot of separation. So there's people on social media, now they're questioning people's Blackness. Is this person really Black? Is this person Black? Like, they're trying to dismiss people. Like, that's ugly to me. That's real ugly to me.
Yeah, it is.
A lot of these people seem very extreme about this group. There's a lot of black people consider themselves black, and they seem a little extreme about it. And then, so my thing is like, what is this a separatist group? And I know now some people are not going to want to hear that, but if you go and define separatist group, that's the definition. Like separate people by ethnicity and culture and stuff like that.
Right.
So then, what makes you all different from any other separatist group?
Right. What makes you different from what is it? It's the Israelites, the black Israelites that like stay outside of train stations.
Yeah, like I don't know. It's hard for me to get with anything that separates us as a people. You know, and I think if there was a way, you know, and like I said, and then you get on Twitter and say something against it, and it's like it's nasty, it's harsh. I don't know if this group was intended to be that way, if they were trying to go that hard. I don't know. But their supporters, their believers online, like, I don't know. It looks ugly to me. Like I said, it looks very decisive. It looks like we're trying to divide our own cultures at a time
where we need each other.
We need each other. And there's a lot of division already. We don't need any more dividing within our culture. So that's one of the things, you know, I took issue with. And I even saw a lot of stuff like, you know, ADOS or with versus like Pan-Africanism and all that stuff.
Right.
And people drawing those lines. And I also really felt like as I was reading some of this stuff, and again, I know people are gonna say social media is not a source, but I'm also saying there's perception out there too, right?
Right.
And it seems like there's this very much like if you're not with us, you're against this kind of mentality.
Yeah.
You know, and I was like, that's not cool either. Like, you know, like people like me, I do have questions. I would like to have a conversation. You know, dogging, but I am expressing my opinion, my concerns right now. So if you're going to attack me, that's not getting anything done.
Right. It doesn't get anything done, and then like it gets it messy.
Yeah.
It makes it messy.
So I would suggest like educate people on what you're trying to do. You may have some people who understand that, like I said, then maybe try to work within it. But people sideways, harsh, attacking them, you know, questioning blackness and all kinds of stuff like that. Come on, y'all. Come on. That's real messy, y'all.
It is.
So,
like, especially at this time to where there's so many people getting shot, there are so many people being discriminated against. Like, there needs to be, like, we all need to come together and we need to fight this whole, I don't want to say that. We need to come together and we need to fight racism. Pretty much. That's what I want to say. That's what I want to say. Sorry, I was going to say something like it was in that realm, but it made it sound different.
Okay, leave it alone. All right.
Please do, because I might get canceled.
Yeah, cancel our own stuff. But I will say, again, we also know dividing us as a people has been one of the major tactics that has been used by the white people of power since we were born. That has been a major tactic. Divide and conquer. Keep us divided. Keep us fighting against each other. Keep us, keep each other down. And that way we can't come together and overthrow and fight the things that we need to fight. Right. And that's what this kind of seems like. It seems like we're fighting within our own culture, trying to figure out who's black, who's not. Like, I'm gonna tell you right now. You know my definition of who's black. If your ass gets shot by the cops, you with me. If somebody look at you as a threat, you look black to me. Then, you know, it does it to me, and this is just me. It doesn't really matter where you came from. Like you're black. I don't care. I don't even go with the whole African American black and all that stuff. Look, we just black. You know.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
I got members now. So I got family with my cousins. Some of them half white. I don't look at that. They black to me. What we gonna start doing with them? So if we go by this definition, I can't look at my own cousins not gonna be black.
Right. Nah. And then like you gotta look at it like it's man, it feels what was I gonna say? like it feels like the lines have blurred so much to where like we have to define it now. And how do you want to define it? Like it, because it is extremely hard to define it. So you're gonna look back how many generations to find a black relative to say, oh hey, yes, I'm black too.
Like no,
or
we all in this together, man. We are.
Exactly.
I'm
yes.
gonna look at some other family members and draw a line for them.
Right.
And tell them, nah, you can't get what I'm getting. No. Like I don't think that's cool. I don't think that's right. I think that's part of a tactic to continue to separate us any further, to try to keep us down within our own culture. You know, and I understand, and I do understand that there are, you know, the wealth gaps and disparities. There are disparities, but I feel like we can still tackle those things as a whole culture. Right. I still feel like all of us can eat. I don't feel like we have to draw the lines of subcultures and all that. Nah, we all can eat. We all can benefit from these things if we continue to work together and press forward.
Absolutely.
Some other stuff on social media, and this is what really got me in there. You know, like one of the Twitter accounts was a supporter of this group, and they made some posts and they made some comments about like how African people, y'all, they hate us too. They hate Black Americans and all this stuff. And I'm like, again, that's almost on some propaganda type stuff. Yes, there may be groups of people that don't necessarily get along all the time. Yes, I will acknowledge that there has been some divide within the African American community, what we call people in this country, and people come from Africa. But we have control over that. And just like in all races and groups of people have issues. Like, come on, let's be real. We're in America. The cultures have clashed all the time. This has been one of the few places on the planet, as a sense recently, where all cultures have been allowed to come and freely assemble and do the things they were supposed to do. So you think there's not going to be some little rifts every now and then, not going to be some little spats every now and then?
Right.
No, that's not fair. And I don't like that, you know? So if every African person hates us, how are we doing this podcast right now?
I don't know, man.
I got stories, man.
Hey, you're here. I'm here.
I'm here. We ever had an issue with me? We ever had issues?
No, we actually haven't.
No.
But even if we did, we are both equipped enough to have a conversation.
Yeah, and I'm not going to put it on the fact that where you come from made the issue.
Right.
Like sometimes people have issues with people just because they're people. You know, and sometimes we have issues because we don't sometimes understand each other's cultures.
Right. So we need to educate each other on I could tell, like I could have a conversation with Kenny and say, hey, this is where my family's from. This is what my name means, and this is how I got it, and this is why my mom named me this. And Kenny will be like, I don't know. He'll be like, oh, hey, that's pretty cool. I wonder if I have something like that.
And that's fascinating. And I feel like in this world, that's what we need to do. Like, we all come from different parts of the world. We all need to learn about those things. That's part of our education and expanding our minds, being open to different things. You know,
actually, hold on. That's a big point. Actually, the education system. And that actually has a huge factor to this.
Yeah.
And that's we weren't all educated on, by the way, these are slaves. Anyway, so we're going to learn about the Revolutionary War. We're going to learn about the Civil War. We're going to learn about this, and this. Oh, that's not important. Anyway, the powerhouse of the cell is the mitochondria.
Yeah.
So that actually might have been wrong. I don't. I'm not
gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you right now. Don't try to fact check that one, y'all. Chill out. But that's part of it too. Like, and again, think about it. Like, our education system was designed by the same people that want to keep us down, right?
Right. The same people that brought us here.
So then why would they want to educate us for the things that we need to know for real? You know?
Right.
It's another thing I say too, and I know that's a whole other podcast, but the people in power want to stay in power. That's how power works. You don't want, you can't have the people beneath you come up, because then you lose power, right?
Right.
All of this is part of that. The education system, all of that. This is part of that power structure. So I agree with that. And that's why I always believe we have to go beyond the stuff we're spoon-fed. Damn, I can't speak.
Spoon-fed. Wow.
We're continuously fed in school.
Right. Spoon-fed.
Look, you know.
You're good, bro. You're good.
Yeah.
I ain't doing that, but hey, I'm getting it.
No, it's been one of them days. It's Monday night. So
I feel you, bro.
We'll be on that, because that's the only reason we're going to really dig in and learn. One of the and I'm not going to go on a tangent, but one of the things I was a firm believer of, always said, I'm not going to eat the food of the culture if I don't know anything about the culture.
Right.
And I feel like in this country, because you can go to like a Chinese restaurant, you can go to an Italian restaurant, you can do all that stuff, but like,
and guess who's in there?
Yeah.
Guess who's in the Chinese restaurants?
Who's in the Chinese restaurants? Why don't you tell us?
White people.
Yeah. Because again, they do that, but for me, I wanted to learn. I wanted to learn about the culture.
Right.
I'm gonna tell you, okay, this is gonna sound crazy, right? When I was a teenager, young man, I had a goal. And I said I want to date a girl from every continent. I mean, excluding Antarctica, because But I said I wanted.
There are people there too, so.
Yeah, but I ain't going down there. I ain't messing with the cold stuff,
Right.
But I said I wanted to date a girl from every pretty much every continent, because I wanted to see what it was like.
Right.
I did it. But I got to learn, and the one thing I came out of it was that we all human beings.
We're all kind of the same.
We're all kind of the same, for real. There's little things that define the culture, like I said, the food, some of the customs, some of the traditions. We all go through the same stuff.
Right.
We live, we laugh, we cry, we live, we die. We have issues, we have ups and downs in life. We're human, y'all.
Right.
Human. Those little things, and I'm like, we had to start treating people as human beings.
Right.
I think that's where we need to go back first.
But also, that doesn't say that we're not. That doesn't say that we're not turning a blind eye to the issues that are happening in this country. We're just saying that, yes, we all struggle. Yes, we all have these problems. But we need to come together to find a solution.
Yeah. And I think that makes us stronger when we find a solution.
Exactly.
Coming as these bits and pieces, that we're not gonna have major change.
Right.
Oh, I could throw you a bone over here. I could throw you a little bone over here. I throw you a little bone over here. Y'all go ahead, go hide now. Go play. That's what'll happen to us. But if we come together and say, "Nah, we need this major change. This is what's going on right now." What's the issue? But if this group is over here, and then what do you think is going to happen? They get a little piece. What do you think other groups are going to do?
Right. Not everybody has the same mentality.
No, but what about the other groups that the American government is also wronged? And I'm not trying to exclude us and say that we're the only ones, but I'm kicking facts, I'm kicking reality. What about
that's actually a great point, because you know what? Guess who's gotten reparations? All those groups.
Yeah.
Except us.
So I'm like, we need to get that. We need to push for that. But
they always say that, we can't do that. We can't pay them. What?
But how did they push? They pushed on the united fronts.
Right.
They came together as a people, strong leadership, and made it happen.
Right. Look it up.
Yeah. But I'm saying, if we can continue to divide ourselves, these people, that's like Native Americans, they didn't come with, they had, there are tribes, they're different tribes. They didn't come with one tribe trying to get something, another tribe trying to get something. They came as a whole people and were fighting. That's what we need to do. Right. So that's what I'm saying. So again, I'm going to continue to educate myself more. I encourage everyone to educate yourself on the groups with things that are going on around you. We need to know these things, because these are the things, these are the topics, these are the conversations that are being had. So again, I'm pretty sure we're just scratching the tip of the iceberg.
Right. So we are.
Y'all keep it going. All right. We some time, man.
Yeah. How far are we in?
You know what time it is. It's
time. Is it? Bob and Karen.
Bob and Karen. Karens of the week.
Man, I'm actually gonna pull up some of the messages I sent you because there have been so many this week that I have honestly forgotten.
That's what I'm saying. Like, it's like I don't know. I said this last week too, but I'm like, it's so many of them now.
Yep.
Like, I can't keep up. Like, I know even you just send me messages, and I'm looking at the messages like another God. I'm like,
yeah,
it's like overkill. And again, we're starting to see this is how these people really act. And before I know we go into them, this is a thought I had like late last week.
mm-hmm.
I was like, yo, this is really disturbing to think that, we're only seeing probably a minute percentage of how people really feel in this country. These Bobs, these Karens, this is a small fraction of what's really good, what's really going on, how people really feel about us.
What's really going on?
That is disturbing. And then what made me think like is like I want like we know some of the stories that have happened where the police use the goon squad, and so that's why I said we got to keep exposing them, man. It's really out of hand.
Because you know what it comes down to? Oh, you're not gonna check me.
Because that's what
privilege.
Think about how embedded that is in their culture. It's so deep within their culture. Like if you see some of these clips, they are just flat out arrogant to what's going on. They don't care what you do. Oh, you can record? They don't even care if you're recording most of the time. So that's why I say keep going. We got to start. We got to keep exposed. What you got? What are you looking at here?
If there's anything else that we could do, okay. You know what? So Andrew Cuomo, he had that whole. He has the whole. It's the bill to start prosecuting the people that falsely called 911. So that's the start of it.
Yeah.
But also, we are not.
This.
We are not our ancestors. There are people that are gonna get messed up for this. Like, like someone might pull a gun on you. I'm not saying I will. I'm just saying someone will. And when that day comes, are you ready to deal with it?
Yeah, but I feel like they are. That's the thing that kills me. Like, some of them, they taking some beatings real quick, like, and then still try to play victim.
Right.
So it scares me. But that's why I think we got to find more ways to like have some type of severe punishments for them.
Right.
And that's the only way they're gonna stop. Back, I don't have the answers right now. I know we'll figure.
I don't either.
Yeah. But
I'll sway.
Yeah. Well, so what have you seen? I know I'm trying to go back to like the last couple of days, and
there was a lady in a convenience store. Oh wait, no, there was a lady in a grocery store that just started like taking stuff off the shelves, just throwing them everywhere, just because she doesn't want to wear a mask.
Yes, I did see that one. Yeah.
What is that?
Like, come on now. It's store policy. Everyone knows at this point store policy. Right. No one wants to wear a mask. Just put the damn mask on. Right. I hate it too. Yeah, it's hot. It's annoying. I just did a 3-hour seminar with a mask on. If you can go in the grocery store with a mask on, come on.
Right. Because how long are you going to be in the store? You're going to be in the store for at the most like 45 minutes. And grab what you need, leave.
And that's why we still see issues with coronavirus. It's that mentality, that arrogance, that mentality, that privilege that I can do whatever I want and nothing's going to happen to me. And next thing you know, we got 40, 50 more people infected because one person decided to be stupid.
Right.
So, yeah, I saw that one.
Another one is, did you see the one that said, all right, now welcome on our streets?
I don't think so. I think I missed that one.
It's like this whole people that like like a bunch of black people like beating up on this one dude because he I don't, you know what, I want to include this one because I don't know the full story.
Okay.
So yeah. Ooh, a Karen trying to fight a black woman.
I saw that one. I think I saw that one.
Yeah, at the gas station.
Yeah, she tried it. It did not.
She wasn't ready.
Yeah, Slim. Did she beat her little ponytail clip off or something? She beat her little hair weave extension, her white extension off. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, she got.
I did not even see that.
Yeah. She pushed the black girl first. Black girl went ham, dropped her, was beating on her, was grabbing her. Next thing you know, she came up with a fistful of My Little Pony hair.
Yeah, fistful of hair. My Little Pony hair.
Oh, that was a problem.
Yeah,
that was a problem.
Man. Well, let me say this: if you got extensions, you better hope that they're put on there well.
My thing is, like, first of all, if you know. I never understood that. Don't fight if you got pieces in your hair. Like, you just asking for an L, right. And not only you ask for the L, you're asking for the embarrassment afterwards. Because that piece, you ain't getting it back. That joint is a trophy for somebody.
Right.
Hanging on somebody's wall.
Bro, the amount of times I've seen, like, videos of, like, people about to get into fights, and then, like, the girl, she'll take off her wig. She'll throw it to the side. She'll say, "Hey, hold this. I'm about to beat this chick."
Yeah. Good wigs cost money. That's one thing I have learned.
Wigs cost money.
Wigs cost money. Weaves and all them extensions and stuff, good ones cost money. So if you're going to get the scrapping, you might want to protect that first. That's an investment right there. Protect your investments. I don't know why.
Right.
Karen went in there, thought she must have been real confident. She thought she was going to win.
Nah.
And I think that's about the video too. You know, there's a whole bunch of people around. Right. It looked like everyone was shocked that she had a piece in. So when the black girl ripped it out, everybody was like, "Oh!"
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, but that joint.
Also, if you're going to get in a fight, you should know how to fight. That's the reason I talk to people. The reason I never want to fight. I don't know how to fight.
You would think people know that, but there's a lot of people that have like inflated views of themselves. They really think they can do any and everything.
Right.
But something about fighting until you in that moment, anything is fair game.
Right.
And she really thought. I guess she thought because the girl looked kind of skinny, she thought she was gonna get her. But let me tell you right now, Slim looked like she's been around the block.
Right.
And I'm not saying in a bad way. I'm just saying she looked like she know how to bob and weave a little bit. She might have some hands. But see, that's the cultural difference. Karen don't recognize those things. But like when you get approached and the girl automatically gets in the fighting stance.
Right.
Sign number one, it's a bad sign. You don't want to fight that girl. When her hands get to move and she start doing all this. Sign number two, you don't want that smoke.
Right. Like, when someone has their hands up to where where you want to hit, no, don't do it.
When the chick approaches you, she take that step forward, you don't want that smoke. But see, Karens don't understand that because they ain't never seen that stuff before. Well, every other black person at the gas station knew what was about to happen. Karen had no idea. And she done fucked.
What's about to happen?
Literally, all you see is this. I had the phone up. No, you
Oh man,
you don't know the signs of the culture. You don't pick up on that stuff.
Throw back to. I hope people understand this reference, and hopefully our demographic does. World Star.
That's what I'm saying. When you hear, it's always that one homie in the back that's like, World Star, you about to get Molly Wop. You have to get and if it weighs out, you can get out. She could have gotten out. All she had to
ran.
Start backing up, popping off, and walk act like you tough or walk away.
Right.
All
She
those
could have ran.
elements. All those elements. I've seen 3 homies. If you see like there's like several homies like this with the phone. You know it's about to go down. And then I'm gonna tell you, when the chick looks at the phone, when she looked dead at the phone before she slumps, like when she, that's the cue to record. But she's about to slump you. All these elements are present in these videos. Can't understand. That's why they end up taking these L's.
Oh, bro. Okay, so there was one. Okay, if you guys remember, MTV used to have actually good shows. So there was this one episode of Geico. Jordan Carlos. He said the funniest thing. He said, "I pray that the last words I pray that or I'm afraid of the last words I hear are world star."
No, that's not. The last word you hear,
that's something you don't want to hear.
Waking up like 3 days later, your homie's helping you up off the ground, and you trying to figure out what happened. That's not the word you want to hear. You somebody say world star,
Never.
You better be in stance.
Your hands better be up.
Better be up, and you better keep your head on the swivel because it might not be the person in front of you that catches you.
Right. That's another point. That's another really big point.
The flanking side dude that's ready to slap you with it, like
right. Yo, y'all remember when there was a fight at a Lakers game? Nipsey stood up, pulled his pants up. You saw what was going on.
That's another thing. When the homie pulls his pants up, he gets in fighting stance. When he grabs the front of his pants, or if he grabs the back of his belt and pulls his pants up, you're about to get slumped.
Somebody is.
Did y'all not see Jurassic Park? I always tell people, did you see Jurassic Park? My man was hunting the raptor. He's in front of him. He think he got him, and the raptor comes from the side. You got to pay attention, man. I got to see this stuff. Right? So, Karen's
head on the swivel.
Head on a swivel. Know what's coming. And then why you out there by yourself? It's like 17 black dudes out there. 6 of them got cameras out. Why is Karen by herself? Karen, first of all, you shouldn't even have been at that gas station because it looked like a gas station that black people congregate at. Why are you out there in the first place? We was in D.C. That would have been the gas station like Florida Ave or something after the club let out. Why are you out there? You got no business out there. So you're not getting that wig back, Karen.
You're not winning.
That joint is sitting on somebody's dresser right now, on top of the TV, chilling.
On a mantle.
Trying to see it. That joint.
It's on a mantle.
That joint might be my IG or Snapchat right now. Like, it's gone.
And also, why don't these Bobs and Karens care about their jobs or their well-being? Hey, you're being filmed. Something's about to happen. This might ruin you.
I think it's that
I don't get it.
I really think it's that arrogance that they don't think anything's gonna happen to them. I think about how strong that must be of a feeling that must be, where no matter what, I still feel like I'm gonna be good after this. That is like, that's some next level stuff. Like when you don't care about your job, you don't care about your friend, you don't care about your reputation. Why? Because I'm good. That is
You're not good.
They found out the hard way, like Central Park Karen lost her job in like 20 minutes. They didn't try to claim.
Not only lost her job, lost a dog, pretty much lost her self-respect.
Little Scrappy chilling somewhere now. He living his best life with an owner that gotta hang up on camera. Like,
that respects him, that gives him what he deserves.
You know what I'm saying?
You gotta have a bad relationship.
Therapy now. He trauma. Yeah, lost everything. Like, so he came up. He did. He had to come up. He tried to hang him. So, man yoked up. Like, he sitting there.
Like, what did I do?
I tell you, that was the final straw. Peter saw that, and that was a wrap. They was like, you got to cancel her. Can't be doing a dog like that. Let alone the black.
Oh,
man.
y'all. Why are you throwing this dog around? Nah, you're not with that.
Nah. And think about how much of a punishment that was for her. You know, not the dog. It's like, no. Like, anybody else would have been like.
That was probably her emotional support dog.
Oh, yeah. He was emotional support, all right. He wasn't working because she wasn't emotionally stable. Like, so, oh, on that note, keep filming Bob and Karen's, y'all. We got you.
And you know what? Please send it to us.
Yeah. You know, at Community Coalition Show, like, hit us up.
Yes.
And I can tell you how many times I've laughed off of these videos the last. Oh, they're hilarious.
Right. Oh yeah, because I've been mad sending these videos, man.
You see the video where the black dude slumped the cop?
Yes. No.
No.
You think it's just black women that don't like their hair touched? Oh, y'all gonna learn.
Officer Bob didn't see the signs. He didn't see the signs. He was too arrogant. He thought that gun and that badge was gonna protect him. Slim wasn't having it. They had to get him.
He got messed up.
He had to get him. He was flat-footed. Thought the gun was gonna save him at all times. Nah. I don't know if that academy training held you down, son.
It did not.
Signs of the culture.
You did not get enough out of your 3 weeks.
Nah. All right. On that note, gotta wrap this thing up, man.
Wait. Before we do that, I want to say a huge rest in peace to what's his name? Dang. He's from the Bay too. Dang it.
Dang, son. Don't remember his name.
Jeez. No, I can't.
Bay?
Man. No, not Corey C. That's not his name. Dang, this actually might need to get cut.
Yeah, we need capability.
Yeah.
Homeboy from the Bay.
Right.
We're gonna get right. All right.
Mm-hmm.
We're gonna get your name right.
Right.
I mean, on that note, I know we're kidding, but like, still, rest in peace to, you know, all of our peoples. You know.
Right. We have too many people dying right now.
And it's ridiculous. It's too many people to name, man.
Right.
I know naming the recent ones, but there's so many to name. I could do a whole show. We could spend an hour naming names of the people that know were murdered by police. There's probably so many more.
There's so many that we don't know.
Yeah. So rest in peace to y'all. So to all the families that are going through rough times right now.
Right.
You know, don't forget the Rona's still out there.
Mm-hmm.
Coming back up with another wave. You know, people talking about some more scary times ahead. Some more certain times. So I just want to again encourage everyone to stay safe.
Please stay safe.
There's a lot going on, you know. And again, in these times, check up on your peoples. If you need someone, reach out. You know,
right.
To the point where you're looking at this stuff all day and it's overwhelming. Don't be afraid to take a break.
Mm-hmm.
That's another thought I had earlier this week. Like, yo, sometimes you gotta take a break. Put the phone down. Step away from the computer. Get off social media. Sometimes go take time for you to go get your mind right.
Right. Take a walk.
Yeah, that was like Saturday evening. I was like, you know what? I can't right now. Like, let me go chill out. Let me go do something else in my mind because it was just too heavy, man.
Right.
If you all need to do that, that's okay. Take time for yourself. Take a break. Take time to process. Take time to get your mind right. Protect your mental health, your body, like because these are new times.
Right.
You know, sometimes like we don't have answers for a lot of this stuff right now. We don't know the long-lasting effects. Some of this, even this is indirect trauma.
Right. And not only that, take time to talk to somebody.
That's the thing.
Whether it be a therapist or it's your best friend, talk to somebody, please. Maybe it could be your parents. Maybe it could be your sister. Just talk to somebody because that will at least help you get out your thoughts. Yeah. And it'll help your mentals. Yeah. Because we really need to protect our energy because this stuff is really messing it up.
It is. It's real. I tell you. Like, so do what you have to do. And if you're not sure, reach out to somebody and you can get help. we'll be able to, you know.
Right.
So again, wrapping this thing up. Again, you can always find us, reach out to us, Instagram, Facebook group, Twitter, Community Coalition. So if you search us up, we there. You know, hit us up. Shout out to all the people that's been supporting lately. Shout out to all the people that's been, you know, really out there. We appreciate y'all and keep reaching out, supporting what we doing.
Right. And also, if I'm getting dragged on Twitter, please help me. Come on now.
Yeah, I be trying. Like,
yes, I appreciate you. Please, y'all help me because I'm making good points. Okay, maybe I'm not making good points, but whether I'm making a point, support me.
No matter what, support me.
Y'all support Jay-Z.
I know. So yeah, if you support,
y'all support Chris Brown.
Y'all support Chris Brown. If you support Jay-Z, support David 2K.
Yes.
Campaign slogan.
You know what? 2K, 2K20. Let's go.
Don't do the Nixon. He came out doing the Nixon. Oh man. Yo, we're gonna wrap this up with it. The quote says, no matter how big a nation is, it is no stronger than its weakest people. And as long as you put a person down, some part of you has to be down there to hold them down. So it means you cannot soar as you might otherwise. And that comes from the late, great Marian Anderson. So I like that when I saw that again. I've seen it before, but I was like, I got to share it this time. Again, you know, like, not stronger than weak. So if you're taking that energy to keep people down, you can't come up. So keep that in mind. Until next week, y'all. K. Wilson, David.
Keep your energy up. Keep it up. Protect your mentals. Protect your energy. Protect yourself.
Yep. On that note, peace.
Peace.